Welcome to another episode of Social Media Introvert. Today my guest is Corbin the Panda.
Hello.
You all don't know this. We're refilming this. We had some I had technical difficulties the first time. My computer decided, oh no, we're not going to save this file. So we're refilming this. I'm letting you know this now because I don't remember any of the questions I asked last time. So
yep, same.
So we're going to have to hope for a miracle. So today my guest, as I said, is Corbin the Panda. Corbin, tell everyone about you. No, that makes sense. Never mind. Tell everyone about who you are, what you do.
Hi, my name is Corbin. When I was on YouTube, I was youtube.com/corbinthepanda, and I'm kind of not doing that anymore for like a few reasons. It's on my Twitter and it's a whole thing. But like, basically, I used to do YouTube for a few years, a good chunk of time actually. But just recently, I kind of like turned away from that, and then I moved to New York to go to school and study musical theater. So now that's what I'm doing. I don't know what else.
Well, let's just jump right to these questions. So as questions go, start off orchestrated questions about social media, YouTube, blah, blah, blah. Then questions I want to ask, and then we have open for questions submitted, which I hope I still have. And we wrap up. When you started YouTube, what got you into social media?
Okay, so, I remember answering those questions. So there was an episode of iCarly years ago where basically, you remember the YouTuber Fred with the really high voice? He was on an episode of iCarly, and I just watched it thinking it was like one of the Nickelodeon characters, and then I found out like YouTube, and I was like, oh, that's like a real thing. It's not like one of their weird like little made up websites. And I was like, oh, that's cool. So then I got on YouTube. And the first YouTuber I ever watched, her name is Megan. Her channel is Strawberry17, and she does like kind of Japanese, kind of gaming nerdy videos, and she's super fun. And then after that, I watched Shane Dawson, which was a big jump, and then I found Fred. So, yeah, so that's crazy. So then I started watching them, and I was like, oh, this is so much fun. And then I was like, wait, that's fun. I want to have fun. I want to upload videos, and so like I did. Like they weren't good at all because I was fully like in middle school, if not younger. So I had like a channel of me literally just like doing like random stuff all the time, and it was like really stupid. That channel is now deleted, so that's good. And so I don't know, I kind of got out of it for a while, but then when I got into high school, I was like, hey, I want to try that again because that was actually like kind of fun. So the first video that I posted on my new channel, I think it was a 40-minute long unedited on my Mac webcam in the dark. The only light was my Mac screen, talking about every single character that died on The Walking Dead. So made that video. And you know, I realized like, wow, that wasn't up to date. I should make a part 2. So I did. And then it just kind of branched out from there. And so I started doing like the popular like 10 things I hate, like that type of thing. And then I was like, wow, this is really boring and doesn't provide me any joy. So that's cool. But around that time, I went to Playlist Tri-State when it was in New Jersey. Not this past one, because like I heard like no one went to that. Yeah. But like the one in like 2014. I went and I was like, oh, it would be so much fun to vlog this. Because I had met an internet friend the first time. Her name was Carrie. We met on YouNow. It was a whole thing. So it was me, my friend Carrie, my friend Chris, and then like my parents who didn't go to the event because why would they do that? And we just went to the event. I recorded like everything, and it was really ugly because I like edited on my phone and recorded on my phone, and it was just a mess. But I thought it was so cool. I was like, oh yeah, this is editing. Recorded that video. But in one of my clips, I had a vlog clip with Troye Sivan. That video blew up. If I blew up, I mean like got like a couple hundred views, because in my brain that's what blowing up meant at the time. Yeah. But because of that, I got like a good traction of subscribers. And I was like, oh, that's so fun. Then a few months later, I was in a collab channel with a few of my friends from Playlist Tri-State, but it went really bad because like a lot of the members were like really young and it was messy and so that happened, and that ended very quickly.
We know.
But I liked being in one of them, so that's it. Just kidding. I love Stay Shook. Yeah, so that happened, and then just kind of followed it up from there. I vlogged a lot of events, like concerts, conventions, stuff like that, and that was kind of my go-to because I liked also being able to look back on that type of stuff. Because I liked the aspect of social media where, like, if I post something or record something, I'll have it, like, technically forever. Yeah. And I liked the idea of being able to look back on stuff that I did. So I did a lot of events and stuff like that. Did a few videos here and there. Of like crap. I don't know. It like wasn't good. Like I kind of started getting into like more like theater related content. I remember like a Hamilton. There's a controversy at Hamilton, like the musical on Broadway, where like I feel like it was the vice president went to go see the show. And, and the crowd's booing and stuff like that. And so there's this whole thing about people being like, Hamilton sucks, that's so disrespectful, but like it wasn't the cast like doing that. So I made a video all mad and I was like, how are you gonna blame the cast for the audience's actions? So then I was like, oh yeah, I do like theater, that's something I could talk about. And around that time was when Stay Shook started, and I was on my first panel at Playlist, and that was so much fun, and I loved that. I felt like a superstar, and it was great. And then Stay Shook was actually so much fun. Whenever people want to watch my videos of like when I did YouTube, I always show Stay Shook videos because I felt like they were so much better than any of my videos on my channel. Like I felt like they were so funny. Right around that time, actually, the time that Stay Shook ended is the time I also just kind of quit YouTube. Because like there were like some other stuff in there of like why I was getting kind of discouraged on social media, which wasn't like numbers or anything. It was just like the people who thought numbers were a big deal. Yeah. That kind of discouraged me a lot. So it wasn't so much that was the only reason I quit, but that was definitely a big reason. But I don't know. It's kind of something that I've thought about doing again a lot, because outside of YouTube, I edited kind of like a movie for a musical that I directed. And I've edited video projects here and there since then because I like doing that. I like having that creative input. I just haven't gone back to YouTube because I don't really know. It just seems like the platform's kind of weird now.
I mean, that makes sense because like I don't know, with the recent updates and things in terms of like the rules and everything, it's just I don't know. YouTube is not what it used to be.
I remember I uploaded a video. It's like 13 minutes long, and it's like almost like I went back to my roots of filming on my webcam, no editing, all that stuff. A 13-minute video, and it was when the thing came out when channels under 1K or 10K or whatever couldn't monetize their videos. Literally titled the video, "If you're a smaller creator, YouTube hates you. Here's why." And I was. But at the time, I wasn't even doing YouTube still. I was just like so angry about it because I felt like I still had a place in that, which I still think I could if I wanted to, which I might in the future, but now I don't. So I don't even know why I posted it. I think I deleted it since then because I was like, that's messy. But anyway, cool.
So how your original content? How would you describe it?
It's disgusting.
I mean, like when you started, is that what you like ideally thought that you wanted to like do for your channel in the long run?
Here's the thing: is I never really had a plan. Like if people would ask me the type of videos I made, I'd be like, I don't know. Like I guess I ended up saying vlogs because I was like, sure. I mean, technically everything's a vlog, I guess. I don't know. It was just weird. Because I never really, like, I wasn't someone who had a plan of, like, this is my content, this is my schedule, this is my whatever. Like, I didn't even find out how to make a channel banner until so long into my career. So, like, that showed how well I was doing. I guess, essentially, if I were to pick something, it would have been vlogs. And at this point in my life, it would be vlogs and also theater-related content, you know? So, something along that lines, I guess. I don't really know if they answer the question or not, but...
Yeah. It does. Amen. Okay, great. We that's all the YouTube questions that I had.
That was all?
Yeah, I mean you answered most of them in that one long sentence.
Wait, yeah, that was long run-on sentence. Wait, what were the other ones? I'm curious now because I just emailed all of them.
How long have you been doing YouTube? How you describe your content? Who inspired you? You said Megan, the channel. And is your content originally what you wanted to do?
Well, okay, so the inspired thing, because that's really interesting. It was interesting because the people that inspired me were firstly like Shane Dawson and Megan, but I didn't do their type of videos. Like I would never have the audacity to make something as crazy as Shane does because I can't do that. And I think there was one point where I did a video kind of similar to Megan, but like that was it. It's like, I don't know. I respected both their content a lot, but it wasn't my type of content, you know? It's like, I always found that the biggest inspiration when I was making videos were seeing my friends who were also making videos. So like if I saw a friend post a video and I hadn't posted in a while, I was like, oh shoot, well, gotta get back to that. And seeing everyone else having fun and being creative and awesome, that's kind of what always drove me time after time to keep doing it.
Okay, so questions I want to ask. So how did you get into theater in the world of musical theater?
Ooh, amazing. Okay, well, when I was, I think in like 3rd or 4th grade, the church I was at was putting on plays, but they also had like a theater company, but I don't remember like anything about it. I just remember the shows I was in. It was really weird. So like the typical like Jesus play, and then I was in like a Charlie Brown one, and then I was in one that they wrote about pirates. I don't really remember, but it was kind of a Christmas show. I don't know. I literally played barrel guy, and I sat in a barrel. I was so uncomfortable and had like these one-line zingers, and then I went back into my barrel. So like, okay. That was my start. That was... Yeah, literally. Okay. And then I left that because like, I don't know, I just did. And then when I got into middle school, our school was doing Jungle Book, and I was like, oh, that sounds so fun. So I auditioned, and I was Baloo. So that was amazing. And then since then, it was kind of like I would find random things here and there, mostly through school. But then I also got involved with a youth theater company in the area. And then after that, got involved with another like adult community theaters. And yeah, I don't know. I've worked as director, actor, and a bunch of other stuff behind the scenes, and I was like, oh, I really, really enjoy this. And I found out, oh, you can go to school for this, and so I did. Yep.
Has acting always been something you thought about doing as a kid, or did it just happen?
Yeah, I don't know. Well, I do know. It's like when I was younger, that was like my dream. I was like, I want to live in New York and be an actor. But then when I grew up, I was like, oh, you can't do that. Like, people don't just do that. Like, so I was supposed to be a marine biologist. And I was supposed to go to school in Hawaii, actually, to study that. But for some reason, I chose dirty New York to study musical theater. So, I don't know. It's good. So, like, yeah, it's cool because I know it's something that I really, really enjoy and always have enjoyed. It's just kind of crazy that I was actually able to pursue that. Like, not saying I don't know if it's going to succeed or not, but that I had the chance to go after it and try was really, really cool. Because I never thought that would happen. And I live in New York, which is, like, what? Like, that's so cool to me.
I don't know. So, like, in current age, current age, do you think that theater has kind of evolved from when you first got introduced to it in terms of, like, popularity of it, you know?
I had an original answer, but then once you said that, it kind of changed. But my original answer was, I don't think it really evolved as much as it did, like, my perception on it evolved. Because, like, doing it in, like, small town Virginia, like, who knows what Broadway is? Like, nobody. But like, once I looked into it myself and started figuring out more for myself, I was like, oh, this is like a whole thing. Like, wow. And my mom actually has seen a lot of Broadway shows because she used to go to different countries a lot. So she saw like Miss Saigon original Broadway cast in China. Not original Broadway cast, but like some original cast in China. Like, what? Like, so once I figured out more and more, I understood how big of a thing it is. But my new answer was yes. I do think it has gotten more widespread, more popular because of shows like Heathers and Hamilton and Dear Evan Hansen. Because I think the biggest theater people are theater kids. Yeah. And so now that we have theater high schoolers finding musicals about high schoolers, they're like going nuts, which is like awesome. I think that's so cool. But I think that once those shows started coming out and getting traction and being popular, that's when it really kicked into high gear of like the mass spread of Broadway everywhere.
Yeah, because I would start to see like fan pages for like Broadway shows and things like that on social media.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't know, it's like something happened in terms of, I think Hamilton is really what caused a lot of people to like get into theater. Because I think that's around the time I saw like fan pages and all that stuff. So like Hamilton really broke a mold there.
Yeah, no, exactly. And I think that also too, right when I was getting off of YouTube, I was noticing, I was like, there's nobody doing like theater content. It was like Thomas Sanders would do videos sometimes, like that was it. And I was like, oh, that might be a niche I could worm my way into. But now when I look, there's so many people doing theater content, and I'm like, okay, well, there's enough of them. I don't need to add to that noise. So I think it really has kind of, at least, I mean, granted, I'm basically a child who knows nothing about the real world, but like I think in terms of the internet, it's definitely blown up.
Because when you think in terms of like actual real world, you don't really think how many people are into theater. In terms of like on the internet, it's like we can totally see how many people are into theater, you know?
Right, and that's the thing too, is because like being in New York is so different, because when I'm here in Virginia, it's like, okay, these theater kids on the internet are going crazy, they love Heathers, like that type of thing. But then when I go there, or like, okay, I'll switch the show out. I'll be like, okay, theater kids here are crazy on the internet, they love Be More Chill. And then I go to New York and it's all like rich old white people that love Broadway, and I'm like, oh my gosh, these people are crazy, they hate Be More Chill. Like it's such a
changes.
Oh my gosh, it's so different. Because I mean, to live close to Broadway, you have to have so much money anyway, because everything is so expensive. So I mean, yeah, I feel like the people that are in the city all the time kind of have a control over how shows do to an extent, because they're the ones that can go on a random Tuesday, you know? Like all the families, they plan their vacations for like the weekend. But also most families and tourists, they go see like Lion King and Aladdin anyway, you know? So yeah, which is cool. No shade to Lion King or Aladdin, that's fun.
Yeah,
but like,
because I feel like in terms of like people visiting, it's like, okay, well, we want to see what's popular. We want to see what's, you know, something we saw a commercial about, compared to, oh, let's see this off-Broadway show that we never heard about.
Right,
the locals know. You know?
Yeah, and that's the thing. I mean, they're all gonna go see Disney or Phantom, or Wicked. But it's cool because since I've been living in New York, I've been able to see a lot of the off-Broadway theater specifically. I love off-Broadway because it's so less stressed. Like, I feel like Broadway is like, it has to be perfect, it has to be this, and it's like this movement and breathe here and like that type of thing. But like, I feel like off-Broadway, it's just like fun, and everyone's just having fun and putting on a show, and it just kind of is what it is, and that is so much more relaxing to me.
Plus, I think off-Broadway shows have more like, I don't know, I think they have more wiggle room in terms of like creativity in what the show is.
Yeah, and I mean, less people are going to be down their throats if they do something wrong, too. That's a big thing.
In terms of Broadway shows, what's a show that you've seen that kind of really changed your view on theater?
Oh, gosh. Well, the first Broadway show that I ever saw was Newsies, with the original Broadway cast. Love everything about Newsies. So much fun. So that's definitely what got me kind of into the stage aspect. But the first one I listened to was Wicked. So I was like, ooh, music, fun, great. 2 girls singing harmonies. Love that. But then I feel like once I got to New York, there's a few shows that really drove me to like do better and be better. And that was like, I saw Harry Potter, amazing. Hadestown, amazing. Be More Chill, so much fun, such high energy, one of my favorite shows ever, even though everyone hates it. So like, I think that shows that have a lot of heart behind them. Like, it's not like, I mean, like, Chicago's classic, but it was just kind of what it is. So I was like, not my favorite, like something like that. Like, I'm sure everyone else loves it for good reason, but I'm like, but like, for stuff that like you can see like the people behind it are so invested and are so passionate about telling the story, that's kind of what drove me. Was that the question?
Yeah, like
cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would say those are a few to name, because one is really difficult.
What's your favorite show you've seen so far besides Be More Chill?
Okay, besides Be More Chill, that's so difficult, because like, okay, I'm gonna say my favorite play has been Harry Potter. And my favorite musical, Hadestown.
How is Harry Potter? I've been saying I want to go see it.
Oh my gosh. Incredible. Amazing. I mean, tickets for that. Okay, so the thing about Harry Potter when I first got to New York was I was like, this show is untouchable. Like, I could never afford to go see Harry Potter. But I had never won any of the lotteries, so I was like, oh shoot, I am never going to see this show. And then I was just on StubHub one day, and it was there. Someone was selling both tickets together for a very, very good price, and I was like, "Oh, interesting, purchase." So I was like, "Cool, here we are." And I knew it was gonna be good, because I was like, it wouldn't be this successful or this like inaccessible if it wasn't good. Amazing, like, oh my gosh, holy set design. Like, just that itself, like it's all of its tricks and how they do their magic, which I can't say, like all type of stuff. Amazing. One of the best productions I've ever seen. Yeah.
I have to look into that.
Oh yeah, if you can get tickets, that's amazing.
So as Corbin stated before, he's in college. He goes to the American Music wait, what is it? I forgot. It's American Music Dramatic Academy?
Yeah.
AMDA. He goes to that school in New York. How is it going there?
Rough. I mean, granted, it's nice because it's exactly what I want to do, and I don't have to do any of like the filler of like math. So like that's nice. But it's a very grueling process. It's very much like you have no time to do anything else but this. So buckle up. So that's good in terms of I'm learning a lot and I'm learning quickly and I'm seeing my personal growth, but bad because I don't ever sleep. Like every single night, my joke that I would tell people back home was like, every night I have to eat, sleep, and shower, but I can only pick 2. So like, there's that. Nevertheless, when there's homework. So no, I love it with all my heart and I'm very passionate about what I'm doing, but I would like a nap every now and then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I know about AMDA. They're a really good school.
Yeah.
Are you doing the full 4 year in New York, or are you doing 2 in New York, 2 in LA?
I am doing, well, okay, so I'm not doing a 4 at AMDA. What I'm doing is I'm going to New York for 2 years to get their conservatory certificate type thing. And I'm transferring to another school in the area that takes AMDA's certificate as an associate's degree. So I can combine the associate's degree with credits from back home and then do like a year at another school and get a bachelor's of fine arts in musical theater from like a real school, not like AMDA college, you know, stuff like that.
Is it a New York school?
Yeah. So I think I'm supposed to be talking to them soon, I think. I don't really know. I haven't been a good adult since I've been on summer break, so I'm just kind of doing.
Well, good luck with that. I hope you get it.
Thank you.
For the people who don't know, AMDA is a performance art school, obviously. If you're someone who's looking for a performance art school, look into AMDA. They do offer a lot of things, which I thought was pretty cool when I was looking at them when I applied. I lost my train of thought. I'm trying to remember it. I keep talking, but I can't remember it.
It's okay. Is the rubber band helping?
I hope.
For everyone that can't see, Mickey has his rubber band. He's stretching out and pushing against his face, and I don't know what it's doing, but it's helping, I guess.
Well, I will say, the audition process for AMDA is like really, well, it's not like hard. It's kind of like...
It's like a lot, though.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it depends on what you do, because they do singing, dancing, and performance theater. When I went to my audition, a few people who did dancing and singing, they said it was the hardest audition they've ever done, which I can imagine. For me personally, the audition, it was kind of intimidating, because when I don't know how it was for you, but when I did it, I literally went in the room, it was one guy sitting at this huge table, in this huge empty space, and it was like, very intimidating to do.
Wait, what program were you auditioning for?
Theater.
So like acting? Just acting?
Yeah.
Straight acting? Gotcha. Studio. Cool.
So it was I don't know, it was kind of weird just being in this big ass conference room with like one person.
Yeah, no, wait, did you do the DC audition?
Yes, it was easy.
It's at the hotel and you have to walk down the stairs? Yeah, terrifying. That's where I had mine a few years ago.
Yeah.
So for mine, I had to prepare a monologue and a song. It was so scary because I didn't know anybody there, and they showed us like this video of like, here's AMDA, and it's like, that's super fun. But then it was like me and like 12 kids that were auditioning for musical theater, and I felt like everyone was so talented and so professional, and I'm over here and I'm just like, oh, hope I don't squeak on the last note, like, you know, like that type of thing. And it was so intimidating. But the person who gave my audition actually ended up being one of my teachers when I went to AMDA, which was so cool. So once I got in there, I was very comfortable. But before then, I was like super nervous and kind of like bugging out. But yeah, it was good.
So living in New York, how's that?
Dirty.
I mean, besides that,
everything I feel like is dirty. But like, I love living in New York. I definitely know that it's not going to be something I want to do forever. Just because it's a lot of noise, it's a lot of energy, and I know at some point I'm gonna get tired of it.
Yeah.
But I feel like for right now, while I'm young and being what I am, I feel like it's a good place to be because there's always something to do. There's always something open. There's always a food place where when I'm hungry, like at 3 a.m., like it's totally fine. So that part's really nice. But everything is expensive.
Yeah.
That's the other thing. Like my Chipotle meal here is like $10 to $12. There it's like 20, so that's annoying.
Jesus.
So I don't know, it's like good because it's taught me how to save money and be cheap and stuff, while also learning how to be a human being, like an adult human being, because it's like I had to learn, how do I do laundry, how do I do this, how do I cook, how do I meal prep. So it's like it was interesting learning all of that in a place like New York, because it's like there's like no room for failure. That's a bad road to go down, because then you just get behind and But I really enjoy it. My room is very tiny. I feel like I'm saying a lot of negative things, but I'm like
I mean, no, it's the truth. Everyone knows this.
yeah, like it's like, yeah, these are all like the negative things, but for some reason I actually don't know why I love it. I just do. It's like my room is super tiny, but it was like so cozy, and I was like, cute, like this is my one little space that I have by myself. And just kind of like the energy of the city, especially for being someone studying musical theater, made me want to work harder every day, you know? Which is really nice motivator that I know I wouldn't have if I went to school around where I live. So that's really nice. I do like that.
Okay, let's go to questions. So some people have submitted some questions to ask you. I don't know if you remember these questions.
I don't. I remember one person asked a question that I didn't know who they were, so I was kind of like, oh, but aside from that.
So the first question comes from Bittersweet Jenna, and her question is, what is your dream role on Broadway?
Oh, goodness. I think right now, because I've started thinking about dream roles in a way of, as I'm here as a 20-year-old, what can I play right now that would be awesome? I think right now my dream role is Michael in Be More Chill, just because I feel like that's such a good role for me. And that would be so much fun. I love the show. I feel like I would have so much fun being part of that production. So I guess for right now, it would definitely be Michael.
What if Be More Chill didn't exist? What would be your other dream role?
Ouch. Okay. I'm gonna go... that's so hard. I used to think I was an Evan Hansen type, but I found out I'm not an Evan Hansen type. I feel like if I could play guitar or lyre, I would want to play Orpheus in Hadestown, because I really like that one. But there's also roles when I get older I would like to play, but like right now I can't, you know? Yeah. So right now, yeah.
Next question comes from Poppy L. Troll.
This is one that I didn't know who they were, so cool.
How had being in CYT influenced, affect, and trained you for AMBA professional theater?
Okay, amazing. So CYT is Christian Youth Theater, and that's my youth theater company I was part of before I went to college. And I feel like it prepared me a lot. I think this is a good thing, not just for my community theater, but for a lot of community theaters, is I think that it really well kind of gives you an idea of how to be in a show. Like, because I know so many people that I go to school with that have no idea what being in a show is like because they haven't been. So they don't know like the background stuff. They don't know how to operate backstage or like just to stop talking or like stuff like that. But I feel like when you're part of a community theater, you get a taste of that really early, especially if you're part of a good one. And I feel like out of the 4 or 5 community theaters I've worked with, CYT had one of the most professional show environments, which I think was really good. You know, like they had like the full stage, hair and makeup section, green room, all type of stuff that I think like relates very well back to what being in a professional show is like. Granted, it's not the same, but like it's close to it. So I feel like that's really good, and it helps you like learn like music training, like how to learn music quickly, and just all different stuff like that. Blocking, stage directions. I feel like it's such a good setup for what things are actually like, and it's going to teach you what you actually want to know if you're going to pursue that. So I think it prepared me very well. I think it helped a lot.
Is CYT that I don't know, I see you like a while ago post like a theater convention you was at. Is that CYT?
Yeah, so CYT is actually a national company. So they have branches all over the country, and every year they have an expo in California, and all the branches go meet up there to either do like a leadership course or an improv contest. And so this year I helped run the improv contest, which was so much fun. So yeah, it's a national thing, but I was just part of my branch in Virginia.
Okay. It looks like fun.
Oh, I had a blast when I was still there, and even when I was working, so much fun. I'm actually in a show with them right now because every so often they do like an adult show. So right now we're doing Hunchback.
Oh, fun.
So, oh yeah, it's so much fun. It's a blast. Most of the time.
Why most of the time?
You know, I'm not gonna expose myself on the internet, but there are just moments. People just need to like stop talking, you know? Like, I'm just trying to learn my music. Yeah, that's all.
I get that. Next question comes from the real Beth Rich. And she said,
this is my friend Bethany. Hello, Beth. Hello, Bethany.
How are you, Corbin?
You know, I am tired because yesterday, I'm going to bring everything back to be more chill throughout this podcast. I hope that's cool.
Yeah.
Yesterday, today's Wednesday. Monday, I got up at 5 a.m. and took a bus to New York to do a workshop with George Salazar, who plays Michael in Be More Chill. So that was one of the best experiences I've had as an actor ever, because George is someone I look up to very, very, very highly. So much respect for him. And I was able to he worked with me. Like, he listened to me sing and tweak stuff and fix things. And then I also got to talk to him after about like certain issues that he talked about that he had when he was up and coming that I'm having now. And I got to talk to somebody who knows what it's like, because it's one thing to hear from people that like love you and care about you and be like, oh, just keep going. But it's another thing to hear from somebody who knows what they're talking about, be like, here's what I did, here's how you get through it, and you will get through it. That just makes everything so much clearer. So I did that on Monday, and then I slept in an Airbnb, and the owner didn't speak English, so that was a whole mess. And then I got on the bus and came back yesterday, and I have rehearsal tonight, so that's where we're at. I'm tired. I'm very tired.
Sure. Let's see, I think that's it for questions. Let me check Twitter. Oh wait, I can't. My last Twitter account is gone.
Yeah, what happened with that?
So apparently, because I retweeted stuff that had music in it, that counted as copyright, but I didn't post the video. I just retweeted it. So I got suspended.
When is it coming back?
I don't know. I've tried to appeal it. They're basically saying if I want to appeal it, I have to... it's very complicated. It's like I have to get legal stuff for like the rights to this and blah blah blah. It's like just be like, I'll undo the retweet. Like, what the heck? That's so weird. Yeah,
do they go after everyone that retweets copyrighted music? That's so odd.
Because there was a while ago they started like suspending pages that had like music on it, or people who retweeted stuff. Like, I know like fan pages, like a lot of fan pages that I follow, like Beyonce pages, they would get suspended because they had Beyonce stuff on there.
So what was it, a Beyonce song you retweeted?
No, I don't even know which video it was.
Oh, yikes.
So it was because it just told me, oh, this tweet, and it had like the link in it, but it didn't show the actual tweet, so I didn't know what it was. I know one of the tweets were actually mine. It was the like little recap thing I made for the Ariana Grande concert me and Lucas went to.
Oh,
and then the other stuff was just retweets.
That's so stupid.
Yeah, so RIP to that Twitter. So whatever questions was on there, I can't access. Great. So now we're at the upper four portion of the show. Feel free to ask me any questions, talk about any topic you want to talk about. Up to you.
Yes. Okay. So my first and foremost question, it's nice because on this time I actually didn't know that you applied for AMDA.
You didn't?
So that's really
cool. I told you that before.
You definitely might have, and I might just be a bad person, but it felt like new information. So maybe, I don't know. But one of the things is I want to, because I feel like you've talked about it here and there, but like, tell me about your theater experience up to now.
Okay. And
like your involvement and stuff.
Okay, so let's go back. Picture it, Sicily, 1933.
Sicily. Oh.
So okay, my first involvement in theater was a Christmas play that I did. I was in daycare. We were doing like, my daycare was in a church. Hey, it's Christmas, let's do a Christmas program for the Christmas church service. So, they had us basically just forced us into the show. We didn't have a choice. So it was like, great. We want to do like the night before Christmas. I was about to say nightmare. The night before Christmas.
I was so excited for that. I was like, yes, this is Halloween. Like,
so basically it was just like a bunch of Christmas stories compilated into one show. Mm-hmm. So night before Christmas, Drummer Boy, like a lot of Christmas songs turned into like performances, if that makes sense. And then I was like, okay, fun. I want to be Santa Claus because that's like the main important character. And I didn't get it. I was very upset about that. I remember I was crying when I got home. I was like crying to my mother, like, I want to be Santa Claus and you're just someone else. This is not fair. It's so, but I actually ended up playing that part because the kid who played Santa Claus got sick. So,
yeah.
Anyway, so that was like my first ever time doing it. And then the Christmas performance that we did, we had to sing a song. I don't know if you know the song. It's called Tomorrow by Tevin Campbell. We had to sing that for like everyone at the church. It was part of the service. So I think that was my first like singing performance I ever done. Yeah, my first one. And then elementary school, we were doing The Wiz. Didn't get that.
Oh.
There's a lot of things I want, I don't get. And then, let's see, fast forward, middle school, we tried to have a theater program, but we didn't have the funds for it. So it kind of...
Felt that. Okay.
Yeah, it's like, we tried to get it going, but it was just literally me, my PE teacher, who was also the theater person, and like 2 other kids. So every time after school, we just sat there, ate snacks, and talk about whatever.
Yeah.
For free. And then high school, I think in 9th grade year, I was like, well, I want to really get into theater. But by the time I started high school, they were already doing Grease, so they already got casted everybody. We're in the middle of rehearsals and stuff, so it was too late for me to get on that. And then 10th grade year, what show was that? 10th grade year, we were doing The Wiz. Again, I auditioned for that. I auditioned for that. I got ensemble, but I had to drop out because I had to save my grades. My grades were very terrible because it was like, look, either you be here for rehearsals or you're not in the show at all. I'm like, well, I need to save my grades to get to the next grade, you know?
Right.
So I made that conscious decision. It sucked. The show was really good though, so I was like, man, I could have been in that. And then 11th grade year, we were going to do Avenue Q. They got canceled because people didn't come to rehearsal.
Oh my gosh. Avenue Q.
Like, we didn't even get past... We learned one song. That was
it. And that's tragedy. Oh
we
my
didn't even get to the puppets yet. Like, that was the worst. And then 12th grade year, we did James and the Giant Peach. Mm-hmm. And I got to play on Spiker. That was fun. Mm-hmm. It was a pretty chill show. And then after that, I started working at... Do you know Atlas Theater?
No.
Oh, it's in DC. But I started working there. I'm like stagehand crew, backstage crew. I do like lighting. Sometimes I'm a stage manager. Depends on that. And yeah, that's pretty much my history. Oh, wait, so and then I did Cinderella at one point.
Yep.
Played Prince Charming. That was fun.
Yes.
And now that's my history of theater.
Wait, okay, so one thing I remember that you said last time, you did James the Giant Peach. Didn't you cut out all of the music from the musical?
Oh yeah, the teacher took all the music out. So
yeah, okay, why?
I don't know. So when we first started, we were listening to the songs of the show. Yeah. And then, I don't know, like after, it was one day, school was over, we went to the English teacher's classroom to rehearse. He was like, great, change of plans. We're going to cut the music and just do the play. I'm like, what happened to the music? He was like, well, first of all, he didn't audition us to sing. He auditioned us, let me backtrack. So when he auditioned us, we didn't do an average audition. It was more like, I want to say like little test trials. Like little improv test trials.
Right.
So we had to do like a lot of like improv acting stuff. So that counted as our audition. So we didn't do a standard audition. And in that process, we never auditioned to sing. So I guess he just decided, well, I don't know if any of y'all can sing, so I'm not going to take that risk. And we just going to make it an acting show. So he just took the music out and we just acted.
crazy. I was in James the Giant Peach, and I was a grasshopper, and that's some of the favorite music I've ever worked on. It's so much. I mean, true. Okay, when you did Cinderella, did you have music?
Cinderella, yes. We had music.
So, did you sing 10 minutes ago?
Yes.
Oh, that's so cute. I love that. Okay, cool.
But for me, well, speaking of Cinderella, that's like a full circle moment for me because that was like the first Broadway show I ever saw.
I saw Cinderella too. Oh, cute.
Rodgers and Hammerstein, best production of Cinderella.
Mm-hmm.
I saw it with Kiki Palmer and Fran Drescher.
Oh, cute.
Yeah, it was really fun.
I don't remember who I saw it with, if I'm totally honest. Because
it
was, huh?
I would say, was it the original or was it like a celebrity?
I don't remember. Like, because the thing is, I went to this summer camp a while ago, and it's weird because it was a summer camp that was like all very rich Jewish families, and then me. So like, I was at the camp because my mom was working, so it paid for it, which was nice, and she got to go too. It was like a fun thing, but they had like field trips for like the campers that were like optional, and some of them were like Broadway shows. So that's how I saw Newsies, and that's how I saw my first show. But then one of them was Cinderella, and I don't remember who was in it. So that's awkward.
Oh no, because they had a lot of people in it. Because I know at one point Carly Rae Jepsen played Cinderella. And
what?
Yeah.
Okay.
The girl who wrote the song "Call Me Maybe" who played Cinderella. Who else they had in there? They had Nene Leakes from Real Housewives playing an evil stepmother.
Oh my gosh! Sorry, I have a really funny story about Nene Leakes, but I don't think I should tell it on the podcast. But I'll tell you after.
Why?
It involves something like kind of illegal.
Oh.
And it's I didn't do it, but someone close to me did it. So I need to tell you because it's super funny, but I don't want to put it on the internet.
Okay, we'll do it after.
Okay.
And then at one point they had who else? They had Sherry Shepherd play the evil stepmother.
Okay.
And I can't remember who else played Cinderella. Kiki Palmer, Carly Rae Jepsen, the original Cinderella. That's all I remember in terms of like celebrities.
Oh, I figured it out. I saw it in 2013, and the person in it was... Oh. Right. Okay, so I don't know who this was at the time, but now, of course, I know who they are. It's Laura Osnes.
But yeah, that's Cinderella. That was my first show. I wish... Well, this is completely off topic, but shows I wish I could have seen. Kiki Boots before it closed.
Oh my gosh, I was in New York when it closed, and I could never get tickets.
I think... How did I watch Kiki? Oh, illegally on YouTube. That's how I watched it.
Also, like, the professionally recorded one is now on Broadway HD, so that's also a thing. Also, I definitely just laid down, so don't worry about it.
That's okay.
I'm still here, though.
And then I wish I could have I saw Newsies on Netflix when it was on Netflix.
Yes. It was in theaters and stuff.
Yeah, that was really good.
Mm-hmm.
And then, what else I wish I could have saw? I think that's it. Just Kinky Boots. Because I've seen Aladdin. Oh, I wish I would have saw Legally Blonde live.
Oh my gosh, I know.
That's honestly one of my favorite shows.
I love Legally Blonde. It's so fun.
Yeah. But I saw it on MTV when they did that whole special of Legally Blonde.
Oh my gosh, the search for Elwood.
Yeah. No, they showed like the whole entire Broadway show.
Wait, what? Wait, what?
Like building up to the search for Elwood, they're like, hey, to celebrate this show, we're going to show the whole entire show of Legally Blonde on MTV.
Oh, amazing.
So that's how I found out that show, and it was really good. Laura Bell Bundy is the best.
True.
I saw Wicked via YouTube.
Of course.
And then I saw SpongeBob via YouTube.
Mm-hmm. I saw SpongeBob live, which was so much fun. And then I've seen Wicked many times because my school gives us free tickets. Love Wicked. For sure I listen to. Amazing.
And then I've seen Heather via YouTube.
Yeah, I didn't see Heather's live.
I think what was Heather live? Like 2013 or something?
Around there, for sure. Yeah.
So I feel like that's why neither one of us saw live.
Fair.
But yeah.
Okay, my other open floor question. That is the section, right? This is the open floor. That's not the... Okay, amazing. I thought so. I just want you to give yourself a moment to brag and tell everyone exactly how much you did for Stay Shook. And literally how you were the reason that kept it afloat. Because we all know you were. I just want you to let the people know.
Okay. So for those of you who don't know, me and Corbin were on a collab channel called Stay Shook.
Mm-hmm.
But some of our other friends that we met at Playlists DC.
Mm-hmm.
So basically we had this idea to do a collab channel after Playlist DC happened, and so it was like, great, we need someone to basically run the social media, run the page. And basically
6 social media people, and we're like, we need one of them to run it.
So it was like we had to, someone had to take that role, but we never really officially gave anyone that role. So then here I am, the Aquarius that I am, took over and was like, great, here's a whole entire run through of the whole entire year in terms of content themes, when to post. The only thing people had a say so in is when they wanted to upload. Other than that, I ran the Twitter page, ran the YouTube channel. When it was time to promote the page before we posted, I did all of that.
Mm-hmm.
When it came...
Made the GIFs.
Yeah, on the Twitter pages to promote the videos, I made GIFs for each and every video, every single day of the week.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. I didn't edit the videos, that was on everyone else.
Oh, that would have been ridiculous. We made you, like, here's all my raw footage, edit it. Like, that'd be so awful.
I know. And then, let's see. I made playlists of everyone's day.
Mm-hmm.
So Monday had a playlist, Tuesday had a playlist. What else did I do? Everything else was just, in terms of like the video itself, it was up to the person who posted. But in terms of like the channel art.
Made the channel art. Made the schedule of every single week from the ideas we put out there.
Getting people involved, promoting. That was all just me.
Yep. Literally, it would be like Mickey would text a group chat and be like, here, I made this thing that none of us talked about doing it, but I know we need it. We'd all be like, oh, cool, looks great.
Like, here's this, put it on your social media, promote, thanks. And that was it.
Yep, and we're all like, oh, MP3 video? Great, it's on my YouTube channel.
So yeah, that's basically Stay Shook.
Amazing. That truly was Stay Shook.
Yeah.
It only got anywhere because Mickey made the channel, so that's that.
Which to this day, this channel has 500 subscribers, 500 plus.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
And I have the most viewed video on the channel.
He does.
Which is crazy because like people are rapidly more successful on Stay Shook than I am.
Why not? That's the video you made was like the content video. I guess a lot of people really needed that, I guess.
I want to look at again and see. Oh yeah, we have 566 subscribers. How many views does this video have now? Because last time I checked, I think it had 24k. Oh, 43k. Cool.
Oh, fun.
Did I monetize this channel?
I don't think we did. I don't think we were eligible for monetization yet. Well, we are now.
Oh, second most viewed video is Casey Ice Bucket Challenge gone sexual ? Cops show up. That was probably the most professional video I've ever made. Too bad it was not on my main channel, so...
I don't know why you didn't upload on your main channel.
I don't know. Well, but also, like, I don't know the login to the channel. Didn't someone, like, change it or something so none of us could get in?
No, it was...
Someone deleted the channel for a second, didn't they?
No.
Wait, am I thinking of my last collab channel?
Yeah, probably.
Wait, oh, well, I don't think I have the login anymore.
Because I think the only person who had the login... Well, first of all, because I made the password and I gave it to everyone. And then when... I think that's when Eric left, I was like, well, I need to change the password just in case he gets, like, I don't know, jealous and wants to, like, sabotage our channel.
Wait, I could have sworn that we were talking... Someone definitely deleted the channel for a second. No. Because I remember I was like, I would have used all those videos and then they were back. So someone like privated it and then brought it back up and we were all like, who the heck did that?
I don't remember that.
I really could be going insane, but I'm 90% sure that happened.
If it did, I don't remember it. Because every password...
I mean, it wasn't relevant. The channel was already dead to us at that point, but like...
Oh, this is like after we had the channel. Like when it was done.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't remember that.
I love our video titled Project Pink Teaser, strobe warning, That's my favorite. That's so fun.
But yeah, like, I don't know, because every password that's on the Twitter page and the YouTube, I made the passwords.
Yeah.
Yes, I don't remember that.
Oh, very on brand for our friend No Chill Nora. Do you enjoy being out in nature?
It depends, I guess. If it's too hot, then no.
Oh yeah, felt that. It's like 100 degrees in Virginia right now. I'm not going outside.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's something. One of the questions says, what slang or trend makes you feel old? But forget that question. Can we talk about, did you see the video of the dance battle of the TikTok kids at VidCon?
Yeah! The one that I tweeted.
Oh my god! Dead. I was literally, I saw that. I was like, I'm so glad I don't go to VidCon anymore.
I tweeted it. I was like, oh, this reminded me of that vibe of the two girls dancing the Dark Horse by Katy Perry.
Oh my god! No, that kills me. Oh my gosh, that on top of like, oh man, it's just everything about VidCon is such a meme at this point.
Did you hear that something happened with like a whole bunch of TikTok people? They couldn't get into a party, so they had to like shut down the party.
What?
Like a whole bunch, like because they were TikTok people, they were like, oh, we're like content creators, let us in, and they would not let them in. Like, it was a huge crowd of people, and they were like so pissed they had to shut down the party because they would not leave.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
The only other notable thing from VidCon that I remember is the kid that cut out the YouTube rectangle, and he just
was an apology video.
All of the ads and all the dislikes. Oh my gosh, that kid was so smart. He made it into like everybody's vlog.
Yeah.
Like he did that for himself.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know like anybody who went to VidCon. Like I know Taylor did, and I know Aurora did.
Yeah, there's only two. Taylor,
What
Aurora,
was that?
Eric went.
Oh, Eric and Jenna.
Oh, Jenna went? I didn't know that.
I just saw a picture of them together.
I don't know. I don't talk to her anymore.
Is that genuinely like it?
Yeah, as far as I know. Angel didn't go this year.
Nope, Angel didn't go.
Sydney didn't go. I think she's somewhere across. She's in Australia, I think.
I fully thought she was in New Jersey right now.
Well, no, on her Instagram story, she's like in Barcelona. I think she's traveling.
Oh, crazy. Okay.
I know Casey's traveling too. So
yeah, Casey's in Europe.
Let's see. I didn't know.
Nora almost got killed by a bear.
Oh yeah, she told me about that.
Yep.
Yeah, no one really went.
Nope.
At least people that I know, like, are genuinely friends with.
Right. Yeah. I don't know anybody that I'm friends with that went to VidCon.
I mean, like, internet mutuals, I know a few people. But, like, genuine friends.
Well, granted, most people I named are also just kind of internet mutuals. So there's also that.
Wait, anything else? Before we go to the next topic.
Let's go to the next topic.
Okay. Well, the next topic is stay shut.
Let's do it. I'm ready.
Okay. So, in terms of the channel, what do you think could have been the biggest improvement?
Ooh, commitment?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that I feel like for some people like myself, I feel like, I mean, I never missed an upload day. But that didn't always necessarily make for good content. Mm-hmm. But on the same hand, I feel like I enjoy most of the videos I put out. There's one that was like for like movie week, mm-hmm. and I had no clue what to do, so I just talked about my favorite movies. I feel like that video was stupid. But like aside from that, I don't know. It was just like it seemed like people kind of started like dying off, mm-hmm. I guess. And it was because it was a really busy time for everybody. You know, like. Yeah. We had a lot of people in college. Me and Reagan were graduating high school. Like, we were all in such busy periods of time that I think that I think it was the right idea at the wrong time.
Yeah.
Like, if we had, like, started, like, over the summer when we were all, like, kind of more free, I think we would have had a much bigger chance at becoming something. Because I feel like we definitely had, like, the people and the talent and the comedy and the skill level to be really big. I feel like we just didn't have the right drive at the time, you know?
Yeah. Because, I don't know, because when we started, it's like the drive was there. Like, oh, great. The idea, the motivation, now let's execute it. But it's like, as time went on, I guess we really picked the worst time possible.
Right, and in addition, right after that, I mean, everyone died off of YouTube anyway. I mean, I don't post. I don't think Nora really posts. Like, I think she posted like a video recently.
Yeah, she posts every once in a while.
Yeah. Casey doesn't do YouTube. I don't think Reagan does.
She hasn't in a while. No.
But like, I know you do. I know Eric does. I think Brandon does.
He does sometimes.
I don't think Era does.
Sometimes she does too.
Yeah, but like it was like kind of at a weird time where like most people were like falling out of YouTube in general anyway. So I don't know. I feel like for some people it became more of like a commitment than like a fun thing to do, you know?
Yeah. Plus I think some people weren't used to the whole idea of like uploading every week because a lot of them upload
right.
Once a month.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. I mean, I never had an upload schedule, so like having an upload schedule definitely pushed me to try harder and be better. But I know at times it was also just kind of like I gotta get something out there, you know?
Yeah. Let's see. If we would have started the channel, let's say this month, do you think it would be successful as it is now if we were actually posting?
Like with the same people?
Yeah, with the same people, and do you think we would have got those subscribers that we have now from actually posting and not having a vacant channel?
Oh, yeah, I definitely think so. I mean, I think that we are all so funny in such different ways, and that we're all such different people that we have different things to bring to the channel. I think we very well could get very big. Granted, are we talking, is the channel with Eric or with Era?
That's a good question.
Or like both? Do they share the day now?
Sure, they share the day.
I mean, granted, I don't think that would really change a whole lot. I feel like all the things that I said we would get big for still stay intact with Era or Eric.
Yeah, cause I don't know. I just feel like if we could have, I don't know. Yeah, if commitment would have stayed like strong as it was in the beginning, and it didn't feel like, you know, I had to carry the whole entire weight of like idea on my back, we could have been great, you know?
Yeah, no, for sure. And I've definitely had like a few ideas like since then of like, oh, this would be really fun if we started doing like something like this or like that, or, you know, whatever. But I don't know. I think if everyone had the commitment and drive and like the time, it could be a good thing.
Yeah. But you know, it was a great learning experience, I will say that.
Oh, absolutely. And I had so much fun doing it while it was fun.
My wrapping up question. Do you ever see yourself coming back to YouTube? Or is it a possibility?
You know, I think that it could very well be a possibility as soon as I get the time again, because I know that once I go into third semester I am not gonna have the time. But maybe during fourth semester, which will be like maybe in February, not that I'm giving a date of when I'm coming back because I don't have one, or even after that, like if I find something that like I'm specifically passionate about and like I want to make videos about this and that type of thing, then yeah, I think it's definitely a possibility, but there's no plans for it right now.
I think you should, especially since a lot of, like you said before, a lot of theater content creators are kind of like growing and opening up this field. And
right.
It would be a great area for you to get into.
Yeah, that too. And I think another thing is like I know that when I was doing YouTube, I always like not censored because I'm not like crazy, but like I definitely like didn't say certain things because of like the communities I was in, because like Christian youth theater, like my high school was a part of Christian school and stuff like that, and it's like I was very nervous to like put myself out on the line in that way, for fear of reprimand coming in some sort of way. So like I never swore, I never made bad jokes, like that type of stuff. Not that like I do that like a whole lot, but like I was very careful about it, that I feel like I kind of put like a restraint on it to an extent. So I don't know, maybe I would need to figure that out a little bit more. But yeah, at some point in the future, I think it could definitely be a possibility, because I think that I'm pretty knowledgeable about theater and stuff like that, and it's something that I like talking about, so maybe.
Yeah, plus Plus, I feel like, whatever knowledge you have can be, like, helpful to people who are either, like, going down the same path as you, going through a performance art school, or they just want to get involved in theater.
Oh, absolutely. And I know that I watched so many videos of people that went to AMDA before I went myself. So, like, maybe stuff like that, because I never found, like, some concise answers. Mm-hmm. So I'll just, like, go through and answer all the questions about AMDA anybody could ever have, ever.
Yeah, do, like, college vlogs.
College vlog, yeah, true, something like that. But the walls are so thin at college, so like I feel like people would hear me like recording and stuttering and being a mess, and I'd be like, "Please, I'm so sorry. No, I can't." So I don't know, maybe.
Well, yeah, my mind's running the blank.
Me too. It's that type of thing.
Yeah. So I guess we're just gonna make this the ending. Thank you everyone for listening to Social Media Introvert. Thank you, Corbin, for coming back again to do this.
Second time's the charm, hopefully.
If you want to know more about Corbin and follow him and everything that he does, everything's going to be down below if you're watching on YouTube. And if you're watching on YouTube, make sure you stream this on iTunes, Spotify, Anchor, Google Play. I have so many available websites. I'm like,
I listen on the Apple Podcast app. Because I can set a sleep timer and it just shuts off and I don't miss the whole podcast because I fell asleep.
There you go.
It's nice. It's nice.
So yeah, until next time, thank you for listening and I will see you all next time. Bye.
Bye.